multiple copies, which is, oh,
Recording. Yep, and there's agendas up there, you need a.
Apologize about the minutes.
get over here.
Oh, no one's there?
No,
Oh, okay. But this morning I thought, well, there's the agenda, there's the minutes. I thought, oh, I have the minutes.
did you send them out yet or no?
I did, and
Yeah,
I
you
brought
did,
copies
in an
too.
email.
Oh, okay.
And I brought copies for, because it
All
was
right.
this afternoon, so there's,
No biggie.
there we go.
Okay.
I'd like to
Thank
see
you for
'em.
doing them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
What the-
You did the last ones, thank you for those.
Oh, you're welcome.
I kinda think it's my turn.
Yeah, why not?
You do such a good job.
I'm,
Yeah.
I just,
That's like Madeline on the park board.
What I've got,
Always.
I've got this on the bottom of my computer, and then I just erase everything and then just
Right.
fill it in.
I
And
try to
that's
do
the way to
that.
do
Yeah.
that,
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise,
I know, I can't get that box.
I
Finally
can't-
figured out the
that's the
box.
way to
And
do
getting
that.
it in Google
Yes.
Drive,
Oh,
oh,
I don't even know how to do that.
I don't either.
I've been leaning on Julie to.
I don't know how to use
I can
Google
I
Drive
can find the
either.
drive now.
I'm terrible with it. What's reading on my thing?
I get something. And
Right.
we
I
use
don't
an
want it.
iPad,
Yeah,
and we get all these
Oh,
crap
sure,
about, well,
Okay.
you know, it doesn't work if you're not using a computer, and it's like, well, what do you think an iPad is? Hello?
Right.
It's a computer.
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah, it's probably more complicated.
Yeah,
yeah, my iPad works.
tomorrow?
Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Mike,
I said Thursday.
Oh, that's fine, it's just, yeah.
Okay,
We're in town all day tomorrow, we'll get back about
Right.
three, we have to be
What
at
is on the
3:30.
agenda?
Yeah,
I feel like I need a booster
I
chair
thought,
here.
well, he probably would like to have Wednesday at home, so let's do it on
You-
Thursday, but then he came back and said, but whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get a tree on Wednesday, we're a little behind.
Oh, I know. We just got ours up and it's still not really decorated.
Yeah.
We have this, switch on the floor. It's kind of big button, you know?
Oh, nice.
So you plug into the wall and then it goes over to the tree and all you have to do is,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
well, Fergus has been stepping on it. I think he's just stepping on it. I'm not sure if he's stepping on it or biting it, but anyway.
Oh, funny.
The light, Raymond's like, could you turn the lights on the tree?
He's enjoying that.
I can't,
He's enjoying
I'm not
the
sure
tree
if
lights.
he's making the, oh, if I step on this, the lights go off. He hasn't turned them back on yet, so.
It's funny.
How have you been?
pretty good. Yeah, yeah, pretty good, hanging in there.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Hello.
There.
Oh, my goodness, we have an audience.
Yeah,
It's a member of the
make sure you
public.
guys behave.
Oh, geez.
Hey.
Member of the
How you
public.
doing, Rod?
Good.
Well, I was out at the recycling center, I'm like, oh, there's solar panels up there. You know, when did that happen?
Well, yeah, they, last week, they said solar panels were
I
up.
read that.
And I,
Hi, Joy. Hey, Joy.
Oh, boy,
There's a chair
Joy.
over here.
oh, yeah, there's a chair right there, set up and ready to go.
It is.
It just, yeah, it can go. It was 0 one day in Madison, it was not this close, it was a dry 0.
Right.
But
I have a
this,
typo here.
okay,
This is now just BT. It's not,
it's the trails, right, I got that wrong.
it's
It
not
went to trails.
BRTA.
And
It's not,
Beartooth
it was
Trails.
never that, but there was a Y in there, but now it's BT. Okay, so,
And that is the name of BRTA, is Beartooth Trails.
yeah, they just
Okay,
switched
thank you.
it.
I'll do that.
And speaking of that,
Okay.
they have their public meeting
5:30.
at 5:30 tonight at the senior center about the
Oh,
ending the trail
Yeah,
down Brewery Hill, so.
yeah. I wrote a letter on behalf of
Yeah.
the
Right.
Sustainability Board. So,
Thank you for doing that.
Thanks. Well, I saw Beartooth Trails, and I saw BRTA, and I didn't realize that was its new name. Okay.
BTA, yeah.
I didn't
it's
either.
just BT.
Oh, no E, no A.
No A.
Beartooth Trail.
Mhm, just BT.
No,
Beartooth
All
Trail.
right.
So they changed from BRTA to BT.
Mhm. Just,
Why?
I don't know.
I
Is it with the
mean,
mouth?
that's a lot to,
Yeah.
Salad. Guess we're all here then, huh?
they just got tired of writing out Beartooth.
I
Trail
don't know.
Recreation Association.
I don't know.
you know, sort of.
We'll give it another half a minute. Or not. Alan, can you hear us? Hello, Alan.
I sure can. Hello, good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon. How
Hi,
you doing?
Alan. Are you in Bozeman?
No,
Where is he?
Colorado.
Colorado.
Oh,
Well,
Colorado.
Denver.
Denver.
Okay.
How's Denver?
All right, let's get this rolling today.
Big and proud.
Welcome. Looks like everybody's here. We're missing Chelsea. I don't know where she is, but we'll just continue. I already volunteered to be the secretary.
Yeah, thank you.
Last one of the year.
And then let's take a look at the, November minutes
Yeah.
that were
Got one
passed out.
change.
Just that, I just saw that typo.
I looked at them.
Okay, I did too. Yeah. Okay.
And if you want to take some time, we could do this towards the end of the meeting
Yeah.
or at the next
Yeah.
meeting if you
Right,
prefer.
we can do it the next meeting.
Okay? Doesn't matter to me.
Check with Carrie, which was the typo?
Oh, is the
On the
BT on other new business at the back?
Right,
Yeah.
which I kind of like.
Suggest that name to him instead.
Make it even longer.
Okay. Here you go, Roger, you got
Yellowstone,
another.
Veritas Recreational Yellowstone Trails.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so, the first 5 of public comment on agenda items. Rod? Got any public comment?
Well, I'm just here to participate in the reusable bag discussion.
Oh, good. Oh, perfect.
Corey, and there's someone on
Right.
line.
Who else?
Matt
Johnson?
No, that one was always there. I don't know what that is.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
That was there when I got here at 10 to 4, so
okay.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, does she need to come record?
Is it recording?
I don't, she didn't.
It's recording up
Oh, she does?
Okay.
All right, Shorty pressed it.
Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, so the first, under old business, we've got 5 things that, we've been currently working on. So, let's just roll right through them. Review of current city solar projects. Any new updates, Alan?
I think we.
Oh, Mike can do that.
Everything's been installed, we got the agreement signed, end of last week and today, so all of our paperwork with Northwest Energy's done. All the solar panels are up, all the inverters are in.
Yay.
We are waiting for Red Lodge Electric to do the hardwiring, and with the agreements all signed that we got back today. Once that's done, Northwest Energy will probably just have to reprogram our meters, because they're newer meters now, they don't have to actually change the meter. And then we should be rolling, so.
Yay.
I
That's
spoke with Red
exciting,
Lodge
yeah.
Electric
That's a good
last week, and, kind of tried to spur them up a little bit,
That
but
might take some time.
they operate on their own schedule, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
electricity and plumbers, they all do their own schedule.
Mhm.
And,
That is fantastic. Congratulations and strong work, Public Works.
Yeah,
I know
way to
that.
go.
Like,
Did you get the
wow.
finances figured out? I know there was an issue.
Yeah, I think so.
You got it figured out?
Hopefully we set enough aside for our match, because what we're getting from them, the numbers changed a little bit from what was
Okay.
estimated now, but we won't know that until we get to what we've done. It'll be close.
Okay.
Yay.
Yay.
I was also concerned, last time you were concerned about, you had paid, I can't remember what it was.
We paid like 20-some thousand out.
Yes, and you
And I
were
just didn't
looking
know
for
how-
reimbursement.
How it worked.
Right,
We gotta get it all done.
okay,
Has to be turned on before we get any money from Northwest.
Okay.
Energy.
okay, got it.
So that's all straightened out.
Perfect.
On the Arbor Day stuff, I think, nobody here was at Mark's board.
I was.
We put
You were.
together,
Mary Dell was.
yeah, we put together, a tree removal and replanting project.
Go for
I
it.
spoke with the DNRC, and they suggested we apply for 2 grants through their department. I spoke after that with the Arbor Day, gal, Shannon, told her about the project, and she was very interested in it, and what she suggested was to wait and see how we do with the DNRC grants, and then, and she didn't think it sounded like there was any deadline on this, then if we needed any match, or one of the grants from DNRC does not have a match, the other one does, but if we ended up needing match money back or ended up short, then we would apply to her
Oh, nice.
for whatever's remaining. So that seemed like pretty sound advice, so I think that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Can you
Oh, that's
hear, Alan?
So you're gonna, if needs be, you'll apply to the
Yeah.
Arbor Day Foundation, is that what it is?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, that's very nice.
And
That's
they,
sort of different
the
than
one grant,
I thought it was.
I talked about this at our meeting, the primary grant with the DNRC is, it's funded through the Inflation Reduction Act, and it targets disadvantaged communities, which Red Lodge is one. I don't know how, but it is. Big question, that's so much massive
Free and
disadvantage.
reduced.
Right, we're not
Um,
able to give tours in the
And
mountains.
that grant will go up to $50,000, and there's no match. So that's a good one. And I spoke with the regional forester. I initially started out with a project that was gonna be around $30,000 or $35,000, and she encouraged me to add to the project and make it a $50,000 project.
Yeah.
So, and that grant, that deadline is January 3rd, and I have probably 3/4 of it done right now, so it'll probably be submitted by the end of the week.
Oh, great.
And like you applied or whatever for us to be a tree city again, right?
Yeah, that's
Mhm,
done.
mhm, so,
And we're gonna also apply for, on the 18th, they open up a little, it's not really, it's a grant, but you don't have to compete for it. It's just an $850 grant. They call it the tree planting grant. And it's basically designed so that if you're a tree city, if you've been approved each year, that year for tree city, then you get the $850 automatically, and that basically will fund, they see it as planting one tree and having a little Arbor Day event. So we'll get that too.
Yeah, nice.
And who's that through?
That's through the DNRC as well,
Oh, that's
Tree planting
another,
grant.
that's the DNRC. So one is for, wait a minute, I'm doing the minutes, or the notes. One is for $50,000 funded, the umbrella fund is the Inflation Reduction Act.
That's through the IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act. They
Okay.
have another grant we're putting in for that is their development grant, Urban Forestry Development Grant. That one only pays up to $20,000, and that one does have a match. We're gonna apply for both, hope we get the good one.
Okay.
Then the
Okay.
third DNRC one is the tree planting grant, which is $850 you get if you're Tree City USA, and if you're not a Tree City, you only get $350. So
Okay.
that's why I went and got the Tree City thing first.
Oh, perfect.
And does Arbor Day designate Tree City? Who's?
It's kind of a joint thing. Your application is put in through, on the Arbor Day, Foundation page, but then it's reviewed by the DNRC
Oh,
first
okay.
and approved, and then it moves up the ladder. It actually goes to the regional DNRC person, the state DNRC person, and then it goes to Arbor Day. So it has to
Okay.
get approved
Yeah.
Okay.
by 3 people.
And, Parks Board is going to, at the January meeting, we're gonna start, talking about Earth Day.
Oh,
and
good.
Park
Okay.
cleanup and all
Kinda-
that, so,
Revive that again.
yes.
Good.
Arbor Day planting, that many trees kinda took all the,
Yep.
Yeah.
whatever, bandwidth.
We decided to
Yes.
do something else other than Earth Day.
Right,
Okay.
we'll get back to that this year, park cleanup and all
Okay.
that.
Okay. That's awesome. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Thanks a lot for
Fantastic.
doing that.
Yeah.
Parks Board and Mike, that's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is great,
Okay.
fantastic.
Okay, we are on reusable bag committee update.
I'm kind of waiting to find a date to do a bag giveaway at IGA. I haven't been available. It's been my fault. But then I heard, Teresa Wissler, Dark Skies, was contacted by the chamber to see if she wanted, if the Dark Skies group wanted their logo on the IGA bag. Anyway, apparently IGA is putting in another round of a lot of bags to come out. And it sounded like fairly soon, so I think maybe we need to talk to IGA and see when that's happening. Maybe we could coordinate a bag giveaway with ours and encourage people to use theirs, or,
Well, you know, I was thinking about that, and, the
Yeah.
green bags that we're going to give away,
Yeah.
they're the stuffed bags, right?
yes.
And so what IGA is producing is more of a shuffling bag, so we still haven't heard anything back from Republic about.
You're gonna have to bother them. You're gonna have to bother
Yeah,
them.
they
Well, we
have
have.
bags, we just have to go ask them.
They do have,
Yeah,
he
you
doesn't
have
want
to.
to pick
They've
them up.
said repeatedly, we'll
Yes.
give you bags.
We just have to, you have to
I know,
be
it really
aggressive
has
with
been-
that.
I told him I'd
Touch
pick
with
them
him.
up in Billings, and he said, no, I'll bring them.
No, you just show up
keep-
at their door.
Oh.
That's
okay.
how Republic works, sorry.
Okay. All right.
But, you know, I mean,
I certainly can do that.
that's been my experience.
Okay,
You have to be aggressive with them.
okay, I'll keep.
They've got a
trying to say
lot
I'll
of,
be
they've
there
got a lot
this
going
day.
on, you know.
Okay.
So anyway,
So we
we're
want
still,
those.
you know, trying to get bags out there, and you took the bags to, the Bear
Food
Street
bank, mhm.
cupboards, yep.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I think we're starting to,
So do we want to go ahead with getting Republic bags and do those for giveaway?
I think so.
Yeah.
Sure.
We need more than one
Yeah.
grocery
Yeah.
bag, right?
Yes.
And then they'll have, always has theirs at the checkout stand.
Yes.
So, okay, I'll contact them again and just tell them
We're
where
gonna get
should I
'em.
pick them up on such and such
Well,
day.
Republic bags, do we know how many they have, and,
No.
okay, so we'll just
He
wait
said
and
it would be
see.
available.
Ryan said, he mentioned thousands.
Yeah,
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 okay.
So I think that-
I'll work on it
I
again.
think he even said, we'll give you as many bags as you want.
Well,
Yeah.
and, you know, we can certainly give some out on Earth Day,
Oh, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
and we can give them out at the recycling center, we can pass them out in town.
As far as I know, the recycling center did give away all the black bags
Okay.
that we took out there.
Okay, good,
Still more.
good.
So-
Well, we can certainly do more.
Mhm.
And I do think that, we need to keep an eye on what's going on in Bozeman
Mm.
as they roll through
Mm-hmm.
their plastic bag, ordinance.
Right.
Right.
It's not only plastic bags, it's straws, it's
Yeah.
styrofoam things and all that kind of
Right.
stuff, and, let's let them make,
Yeah.
you know, let's let them work it through, because I think I would really love to see us keep that in the future if
Yeah.
we could, in the near future, if at all possible.
Right.
So, in talking with Sean, I haven't talked to Rod from, IGA, but I've been talking to Sean about it for the past several years, and he's all over it, because, you know, with the IGA as a partner, they're probably use the most plastic bags of anybody,
Right.
just because, you know,
Mhm.
because they're a grocery store. And, I get that, but, anyway, I just think that, we need to keep an eye on that Bozeman thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Rod, you have comment?
I've been studying the Bozeman thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
yeah, Good.
Their claim to fame right now is they're the most restrictive
Mm.
in the United States, to the point that they will not give away polypropylene bags, because that's oil.
Mm.
So they banned, in one YouTube I watched earlier today, I was gonna write the gal's name down, I didn't, she was part of the coalition that got this passed. As far as they're concerned, grocery stores are limited to two things: paper bags and cardboard boxes. That's
Yeah,
it.
they're,
And that's kind of scary,
Mhm.
they're
you
ordinance.
know?
We're a
especially
tourist
as
community.
As a resort town,
Yeah.
Yes.
we have somebody come in to a vacation rental, they
That for you guys.
buy
If you haven't read
$200
that,
of groceries
read
and go,
Okay,
sorry,
perfect.
no bags.
Well, and does that include packaging
It's
in
Oh,
the
make
store?
copies there.
Well, they're,
Styrofoam, it's
they're-
everything.
they've got, they haven't completely outlawed straws or stir sticks, but you have to ask for them. And as far as single-use bags for loose produce items,
Yeah.
you know, meat,
Yep,
that's
that's still
still
okay.
allowed. As far as the, foam trays for the meat department, I'm not quite sure where they're at on that.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Oh,
be
that's a
interesting.
good point.
Is it in there?
And it just depends on how you read the law.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's probably gonna be a lot of lawsuits involved as
Yeah.
they move forward.
So,
And the city of Red Lodge probably doesn't wanna jump into the middle of that either.
No,
Well, and when we were,
Absolutely.
I don't think, and we don't have a problem with getting away from single-use plastic bags.
mhm.
But we don't wanna see a loss of and I've been everywhere you can go in Canada. In the last 2 years, I've been to every province, in every territory, and they've outlawed single-use bags for several years now. But they all still allow for the polypropylene.
what's the what's
No,
a
what's
polypropylene? What is
Like
that?
the lettuce, put your lettuce.
Well, the polypropylene, think of probably the most common one we've seen, the pizza company bag, the red bag that's been handed out from Pizza
yeah, it's
Co.
like all the reusable bags,
Oh, like Trader
or
So
that.
it feels like cloth,
plastic-y, yeah.
it feels like cloth,
Oh,
but it's actually non-woven polypropylene.
Well,
were your first bags polypropylene?
Yeah.
Okay,
We've given out canvas bags, we've done the non-woven
Right.
polypropylene. My wife at Mostly Teas has created the Red Lodge bag that
yes,
she gives out to customers,
Yeah.
and we make them available at the
Yeah.
grocery store.
Yeah.
those are
well,
all,
you can
and
buy
they,
it.
and
I
those
just bought two.
have been outlawed in Bozeman?
Yep.
They'd be a type of polypropylene. They're oil,
Okay.
Oh.
so,
Well, all plastic.
and oil is
Yeah.
plastic,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, when
I
we
guess
were,
I
Some of
should say
those are
they're plastic.
recycled plastic.
when we were researching, bags, apparently a paper bag doesn't break down much faster than a plastic bag.
Well, when you bury anything,
Mm-hmm.
it
Right,
doesn't break down.
right.
You know, they found carrots in the landfill that look like carrots because
Mhm.
they've been buried for years,
Mhm.
because you have to have oxygen
Mhm.
as part of the decomposition.
Right.
And the carbon footprint on a paper bag
Mm.
is 3 times, if not more, than a plastic bag.
Really?
Yeah.
And the cost, I looked this up today, just,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
so the cost of a single-use plastic bag, which is the most common, is right now running about 3 cents. A paper bag is 16 cents,
Mm-hmm.
so
So it almost,
it's pretty
there's
big.
no point in
And
having
then the other
paper bags.
concern, I have some physical therapists in the family, one that works with home health. And the concern there was the ability for the elderly to carry
Well, you have to have a handle.
bags without handles,
Yeah, I have to have a handle, which adds to the expense.
yeah.
So the
And that gets
paper
even
bags
more expensive.
almost don't make sense to have.
No, I'm not, the other thing is deforestation,
Mhm.
Yeah.
because you gotta cut trees down to make paper. And if you switch the volume of plastic bags to paper bags, you're destroying a lot of environment in another direction.
Yeah.
Well, I don't wanna give up my plastic bags, my reusable plastic bags.
And
They-
so if the
they're
committee were to
lasting.
move forward with and not get overly aggressive with everything,
Hmm.
but just go after single-use bags, allowing for polypropylene, non-woven polypropylene or whatever,
Yeah.
but plastic bag that has an extended life, which are
Right.
the types of bags you're talking about handing out.
Right.
And get people to
Right.
use them,
But
you
people
know,
just
that's,
get in the habit of using them and bringing them back.
and they're readily available. When you start
People
getting
are
like a cloth
getting
bag, I
that.
looked
People
at
are
cloth
getting
I
bags,
think
they're about
it's
$12.
anecdotal, but I see lots of, well,
Yeah.
I see people bringing their bags in
I do
and
too.
coming out with,
Or
Way
say,
more
oh,
than one.
I need to do that
You know,
next
we
time.
get a
yeah,
pallet of
exactly.
144 cases of plastic bags at a time, and there's 1,000 bags in a case.
Huh.
So, we're talking a lot of,
And how long does that last?
you know,
Mm.
It varies on the time of year, you know, in the summertime, probably a pallet a month.
Wow.
Sean told me, and this was several years ago, that the IGA, and I hope you don't mind if I say this out loud, spends approximately $40,000 a year on plastic bags.
So to that point,
I mean, that's
why,
that's a lot of
why doesn't
money.
But we
IGA
would
just
lose it,
charge
we would-
5 cents a bag? That would get people to stop using it, and that's an IGA
Say that
decision.
again?
Yeah.
Like, so, why,
Charge for the.
yeah, have IGA, I mean, again, I don't run the store, but like Aldi, in the cities, you know, and that kind of thing, they charge for every single thing in that store.
Yeah.
So if someone's using a plastic bag, that's an asset that the store's providing. I mean, if you start charging 5 cents a bag, that's a store decision. That's not the government, that's a private enterprise decision. That doesn't need to involve us. That would really curb behavior pretty quickly.
Right.
And so I think, you know, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, it's 5 cents a bag, but, oh, they're just outside giving away free bags. And then, oh, I can remember to bring my bag. And if,
Money
oh, you
talks.
forget your bag, it's only 5 cents, but at the same time, it's that constant reminder. And that's something that, from a business standpoint, if I was running a business, I'd be charging for the bags. I'm like, nothing's free, so.
Yeah.
Well, as far as the grocery business, very competitive, we're compared to our stores in Billings. And if we do something
Mm-hmm.
outside of the normal,
Everybody's gonna drive.
Yeah.
they go, well, the hell with you guys, we're going to Billings.
Oh, makes me mad.
They're always looking for excuse. Well, we try to be as competitive as we can.
Yeah.
You know, the federal government just sued,
Albert.
one of the largest, alcohol distributors
Mm.
for charging small stores more than they do for the big stores. And I've told people this for years, whether they believe it or not. We have to pay more for the same product that you buy at a Walmart. Because they reward they can give
Oh.
discounts to the big stores, the big
Because
chains.
they can buy them both, yeah.
They don't offer that to the little guys, the little independents. So that's why if the city creates an ordinance, then we're off the hook.
You're off the hook. So if it's an
Then we're not
ordinance
the
that wasn't overly restrictive and
And
helpful.
I think
Interesting.
it's fairly common. We did, let's see, what did we do this year? 9 provinces and 11 states in 8 weeks in our travels. And obviously in Canada, you have to bring your own bag.
Mhm.
And then a lot of the states in the United States now
Mhm.
and cities are requiring you bring your own bag.
So-
So the trend is there.
Yeah.
My suggestion would be to stay away from the polystyrene.
Mm.
The big problem being, again, you know, Bozeman's gotta figure that out, but there's not a lot of replacements available yet. And change is gonna be driven,
Put food in.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's foamy,
like the
foam
little
stuff.
thin styrofoam, or the trays in the meat department that hold the meat.
Okay.
Mhm.
But there's not a lot out there. And volume is what creates the industry.
Mm.
And a place like Red Lodge or even Bozeman, or Montana as a whole, I can tell you, dealing with distributorships, which we have no grocery warehouses in Montana now. They've all left. Our closest warehouse is
Salt.
Fargo, North Dakota,
Mhm.
or Salt Lake City.
Wow.
And so we lost the local, which was Billings. They used to have 2 in Billings, they have none now.
Mm.
So,
Wow.
and that's all about distribution in our volume. Montana doesn't mean anything in the real world.
Mm.
From, you know, we think we're big as a state, but as far as the population and consumption of goods,
Mhm.
we don't count.
Well, let me just say that, we're just aware of this, and what we're trying to do is, just start to educate our community and our tourists.
We're doing now.
And that's why we have the bear posters that we've got up at the IGA and up at other places. We should probably revisit that, maybe we can hand out some more bags and get some more bags and just flood them,
I
flood
can
them.
tell you that we've been in business since 1979. And we have given away reusable bags. We moved into the new store in 96, and I've given away canvas bags at one time when we were downtown in the eighties,
Mm-hmm.
and people just forget.
Yeah.
They have good intentions, but until they're forced, and even the 5 cents isn't gonna make a difference. You know, it's just, the nature of people are, until
Mhm.
it's the rule, they're not gonna change their habits. And, you know, I think Bozeman's worth watching,
Yes.
Yeah.
because they have challenged the system as we know it, and the whole United States is looking at them, going, okay, what's gonna happen here?
Yeah.
Because they've gotten very aggressive with their elimination of plastics. And now we have to just wait and see.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of things tried, whether require a thicker single-use bag to encourage its reuse, but that won't work. And it didn't, and a lot of states have rescinded that because it didn't work. And the only thing that will work to eliminate single-use bags is going to be
An ordinance.
an ordinance that says we don't have them.
Could we put a
Interesting.
sign out in the parking lot on the return, you know, the cart return that says, did you remember your bag? Because I've been
You
coming.
could, I
Would that be
agree
okay?
with
Well, it
You're
helps,
more than welcome to.
it helped me I keep mine in my car now.
Yeah.
You know, but I'd get out of the car and start walking, I'd see the sign and go back to the car, so it was, it wasn't already all the way in the store,
Okay,
where you might say, I'm not gonna go back to my car
Yeah.
now, right?
yeah.
So if
Well,
we
that-
could put something out there, it might
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
We could pay for it, I
Yeah,
think,
we could
couldn't
probably
we,
get that.
Corey?
They do
Figure it
that
out.
at the co-op in Bozeman, I know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sign, up, if you remember your bags, as you're
Mhm.
coming in.
So,
But yeah, do you wanna walk all the way back or?
Right,
I
some
guess the
people will.
message I have to deliver is we're not opposed to the elimination of single-use
Mm-hmm.
Thank
grocery
you.
bags.
Yeah,
Thank you.
okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
We'd have concerns for some of the smaller bags
Right,
that,
Yeah.
right.
are for food safety.
Mm-hmm.
Then someday, hopefully that'll change. One of the things I learned, probably some of you may remember, before COVID, we had the green, compostable bags.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
we offered them, and they were double the cost, if not
Hmm.
triple the cost of our regular bag.
Hmm.
But the bag companies, when we were going through the whole process of finding them, said, the compostable plastic just means that it breaks down into microplastic faster.
Faster.
Oh.
So you're not
Oh,
eliminating
in the
plastic
end.
out of the environment by doing
Oh,
compostable plastic.
you know,
Is speeding it up.
You're just speeding it up, you're speeding up the microplastics getting into the environment.
Right.
So, it feels good to say that compostable,
yeah.
They feel weird.
there's not any speed for the environment than the non-compostable.
Yeah, okay.
Well, thank you, that's
Well,
very
thanks.
interesting
We
to think about
appreciate
moving
that.
forward
Yeah.
with an ordinance, if it isn't overly restricted, so it works. That's,
Right. I
That's
think
very
it's-
interesting
It's a
input,
matter of,
thank
if the goal of the committee is to eliminate single-use bags,
mhm.
then focus on that and let the other battles fight themselves.
Right, get
In other
started with that,
places.
while it's easy to do and get it taken care of, yeah.
I'm sure everybody here gets Amazon boxes.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
And you probably noticed that
Peanuts.
there's a lot less plastic in Amazon boxes than there used to be. A lot of the padding and things, the tape, they're
Mm.
using paper tape again.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the guys that make the big changes.
Right.
Right,
You know, the
Walmart.
Walmarts, the Amazons,
Costco.
right.
Does Costco do plastic bags?
No, they
They
don't
don't
do any
do
bags.
They have boxes.
you get a
So-
box that might fit a few of these
But,
things.
Yeah,
no,
could
do
y'all,
nothing.
I know you get lots of cardboard boxes and
Mhm.
some of them really wouldn't be appropriate, but can you make those available for customers?
There are boxes out next to the shopping carts most of the time.
Yeah.
It's just not something,
There's no
People
place
think
to
about it.
store them, right
Right.
there, so, right by the
and a lot
checkout.
of cardboard's been eliminated from the whole process.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things, unfortunately, are coming
Come
in
in
plastic
plastic.
wrap now instead of cardboard
Plastic.
boxes.
Right.
Because it's cheaper,
Mm-hmm.
it's lighter,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for shipping and that type of thing. So,
Right.
I can remember when most of the products on the shelf, instead of being in plastic jars, were in glass jars.
Yes, oh, Yes, I do too.
So,
Exactly.
Hard to find a glass jar, yeah.
but again, it's weight. It
Right.
cuts down on the consumption of fuel
Right.
and all that, so.
Mm.
Thanks, Rod.
And I'm more than happy to help out any way I can.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, thank you, thank you for
Yeah.
taking the time. Oh, I'm sorry.
So along with that same line, I cut this, article out of, The Week magazine, problem with plastic. Most plastic waste can't be turned into new products. Is it time to give up on recycling? Blah, blah, blah. So what I'll do is I'll copy this along with, the Bozeman Plastics Initiative
Okay.
and get everybody hard
That'd be
copies
great,
for next
yeah.
time, okay?
Okay, thanks.
I
Okay.
like the idea of watching.
Yeah, we've been watching that to see what's going on.
Reinvent the wheel, right?
All right, let's move on. Recycling center update. Do we have an update? I don't have
What
any
update
number.
were we needing?
What?
What update were we needing from the recycling
I don't know,
center?
I just kind of
Okay.
have a,
Chris was doing the presentation to the council.
yeah, Chris did a presentation to the council about,
Which we were required to do, right? I mean, didn't something, when the city took it over, we were supposed to do an annual, not us,
Yeah.
but the
well,
annual report was supposed to be.
it's an FYI.
generated.
FYI.
Mhm.
How are we doing?
Right.
And Chris wanted to know where the recyclables were going.
Right.
And were they going into into a dump?
Right.
Or were they actually being
Mhm.
recycled?
Mhm.
So, and we learned that they were actually being recycled. So,
I think our recycling center staff is, you know, they're, good at educating people, you know. When the city took this over and more people started coming to the recycling center, they weren't washing things out, they weren't separating, you know. So when they got to the recycling center, they had to separate everything. And, you know, it's an education, you know, that was the same for us, because we were used to just putting
Yeah.
everything in one dumpster and then the
Sure.
city would sort it, but.
Yeah.
So I don't, you know, and I don't mind doing it now, it's just everything's sorted out in the garage and you take it and.
well, we'll see, Republic's, contract comes up next year, so we shall see.
Yeah.
We'll just see
Right, if
where
we
that
get
goes.
curbside
And that's,
again,
the
yeah.
city is responsible for that, so.
Right.
And I think it's a 2-year contract.
I can't believe curbside would be even
Yep.
vaguely affordable.
I have a question about, billing. I know that people in the city get billed, right, $6 a month or
Mhm,
something?
mhm.
People outside of the city like me, I would love a reminder, the beginning, the end of December, to re-up. Is it January on that, for a year?
For the recycling membership?
Yeah,
I believe I have seen that on Facebook.
okay.
If you're not on Facebook, Red Lodge is a Facebook town, so if you're not on Facebook,
Okay.
or if you go to the recycling center, I'm sure I hope they would remind you
They,
that your
it
membership.
depends on who's there, and I even had my sticker looked at, and it turns out Steve went recently or a while back, and they said, it was, Ann Rude, she said, you're not paid up. I kind of went, oh, I didn't quite remember how we did that, how do you pay up, so.
Is it January to January if you're, or January to December if you're out of town?
It
I
can
don't
be
know.
And if you,
an
what if you start in,
Yeah.
like, June?
That'd be fine, I
Yeah.
just would like a reminder that I need to pay up for the year, and
And now
then
the
I would, and where to
city
pay, or
has
how to
these
pay,
folks, so-
Yeah, I don't,
So,
I don't know.
because there's a lot of people who use the recycling that aren't in the city.
Mhm.
out
But
of the city.
a lot of people like me probably too, that forget that they haven't paid.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Without
They haven't
a
gotten the
reminder,
bill.
yeah.
But yeah, if you wanna do it June to June or whatever, end of June,
I don't know how it works, because
That'd be
I'm in
fine.
the
I
city,
just-
so.
make it easy on the city, but I'd like to know the recycling.
I'll talk to Danae about it, she
Will ya?
probably knows, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Mike will take care of that. Okay, CPACE, where are we at for CPACE?
The only thing I know I heard, because, that was a HSC meeting, that the presentation at the December meeting was postponed till January because there's some concern about recording, and I didn't know what that meant. So it'll be presented to the city council in January, and then public meeting probably in February.
So just push back a month.
Yeah.
For city council, okay, got it. Okay, we're on a new business. I've got a couple things to
Back up
add
there.
to new business, and I hope you don't mind. One is, there's a pretty exciting infrastructure project that's, grant that's been applied for, by the staff here, to re-energize, City Hall. We remember we looked at a furnace here.
Oh, the building
Um,
and the structure.
This
Yeah, okay.
is, oh gosh, this is House Bill 355, this is a $209,000 grant. There's gonna be a 25% match required from Red Lodge, but that'll come out of capital improvement funds. And what it is for a new furnace upstairs, wiring, insulation, drywall,
No.
just to make this building, this old building more energy efficient.
Great.
They're hoping to run some things downstairs, so there might be some, potential for, was air conditioning? I thought they had air conditioning in here.
No,
I can't remember. I think they did.
unless they had window air conditioners only.
I know, there's air conditioning here. Anyway, but that's gonna take care of upstairs. Because remember, people upstairs, in the offices upstairs, would have their windows open in the winter because it was so hot.
Mm-hmm.
And Lonnie back there has her space heater on. And so, you know, it's just been a huge problem here in this old building. So, getting aggressive, going to, go after it. And I believe it is, a done deal as far as
I
getting the
think they
grant.
got the award letter today.
Today, got it,
I
okay,
think that's what I heard.
okay, perfect. So,
Oh, that's good.
that is
Great.
very, very
Good.
exciting.
Good here. Yeah.
Okay. The second piece of old business, I just wanted to get to you, I got a, email from a guy by the name of Garrett Samples from A-Team Roofing and Solar. He was admiring someone's solar project that they had on their roof, and they said, you know, this came out of a, this was Solarize 59068, remember when,
Right.
Catherine did it. Catherine, the Energy Corp person, okay? I think it was
Oh.
Catherine. Anyway, she
Yeah.
was the one that was in charge of that. It was, soliciting, if anybody wanted solar in town, then they contracted with Henry Dykema. Henry would come out and give them an estimate for solar. I think he did, I wanna say he did 75 estimates. But about 20 to 25 people, maybe 20, residences and a couple businesses, ended up, putting solar up. And the idea was if you get a bulk rate, it was a bulk rate for
Oh.
solar.
Oh.
And at that time, you know, it was a great project. There was also kickback, which I'm not sure, from, I don't know, probably the federal government, probably not the state government, but probably the federal government as far as a tax rebate is concerned, if you put, solar on. So anyway, he says, let's do this again, and I haven't responded to him because, you know, first of all, we're a committee that takes care of, the city stuff. You know, we don't really do stuff for the public. If this was our Energy Corp person who did it, it was a wonderful thing that she did. It was, very well received. But is anybody interested in taking this on again?
Well,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it sounds almost more like a CCRC project.
Northern Plains is pushing it again in the legislative session, community solar.
Yeah, because have you heard that Northwest Energy is trying to get rid of net metering
Yes,
session?
yes.
No, I don't
Just
think
one more
that'll happen.
whack-a-mole.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so what was his name?
You know what? I'm gonna forward that email to you.
Yeah.
I'll forward it to both of you. I'll forward it to everybody here.
Yeah.
Okay. And,
But I think that would be exciting to get going again. if
it
that
would
was
be
such a
really
thing.
cool. It would be really cool.
I would like to see something
Yeah, there were a
like
couple
that.
of projects like that in the Salt Lake area, mainly based out of universities. You know, they were sort of spearheading it, and then the
Mhm.
neighborhoods around them could do the bulk solar thing and get a discount, you know, if they put the solar on their house, and so.
It'd be nice to have one of those young vistas too, huh? With all
Mm,
that energy and
again,
knowledge.
yeah. Catherine, I do remember Catherine.
Yeah, well, what I'll do is I'll reply to him and say, you know, we talked about it at our meeting, and,
Referring you to CCRC.
I
Yeah.
copied everybody, I'm gonna forward this to everybody on the sustainability board, but we decided this was more of a CCRC project, and someone from the sustainability board, maybe one of you two, would respond to him.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay, great. Okay, and the last thing I've got is, did anybody, I put on the Bearware presentation, did anybody go to that, or hear about that, or read about it in the Billings paper?
Oh,
No.
maybe.
I think it was on the tenth, not the 11th. I think it was same United City Council.
Yes, you're probably right.
And was it here? I mean,
It was at the
came in-
senior center.
Oh,
You know, this is the Forest Service that put this on, and I didn't go, but I did read the article in the Billings Gazette.
I think it was FWP, wasn't it? Put it on.
Yeah, it's their second one they've done.
Fish, yeah, and they've
Fish
done
wildlife.
fish wildlife, that's what I meant. And they've done a number of bear-aware things here in town. But this was the second major one, but, a couple things that I got out of it, that I thought might be of interest here, because we're talking about the recycling center, we're talking about the Republic, contract coming up. They're disappointed because, bears disappeared, well, they didn't disappear, but they laid low for quite a number of years after the the bear-resistant cans were put in, and people were much better about, you know, putting things in cans and stuff. They say the bears, the population of bears are back. And so, and back in town. And especially late summer, when the choke cherries are ready and, you know, that kind of stuff. But, they did say that, their Republic is a very good partnership with them, and the recycling, the, bear-resistant, cans are working. Well, you guys, I walk the alleys with my dog all the time, and it's mostly down at this end, you know, from Finn down to the high school and all these different alleys. And I would say easily 1 in 3 cans are not shut tight, easily. And they're just kind of left ajar,
Mm-hmm.
and mostly because they don't lock down. And it's probably the residents, Republic says it's the residents' issue. They should contact, City Hall and say, my can is not locking correctly. Republic needs to take a look at that, and they've said that they'll replace those cans, but I don't know what's happening, but
They
there's,
do a really good job. When Ryan's got it set up where if they call the office, they basically send an email to Republic, and then he's got like a whole group of people that's what they do.
Oh.
Just take care of the
So-
kids, and I think they do a pretty good job with it. I think where the problem is that people don't care that their lids don't latch.
People aren't.
no, and
So-
that is
So the
huge.
call never comes in here.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think
There's the problem.
Republic does a good job
I think,
once somebody makes the call.
so, as a citizen, should I be doing that? I mean, I don't wanna catalog people, but it's
I don't know,
still,
it's somebody else's can, you know, I don't know.
I don't know, it's just, it's
There
kinda like,
was on the Google groups, you know, from the city of Red Lodge, early last, spring, I guess, about that, you know, that people aren't locking their, you know, using their cans properly, and you could report someone's address if you walked by and there was, you know, a lot of garbage or the lid wasn't closed, and you know, our pickup was 2 days late last week. I don't know what happened, but they're supposed to come on Monday, and ours wasn't picked up
Yeah,
until
they had
Wednesday.
a screw up last week.
Yeah.
They were just, wires got crossed.
Yeah, but anyway, you know, so if someone's got a bag of trash sitting by their dumpster thinking, you know, I just put it out this morning, and they're gonna come pick it up, and it doesn't get picked up,
Yeah.
that's an issue too,
Mhm.
I think. But the city did send out, you know, something.
Well,
Well, it doesn't seem like it's, why would the person care? One day it's broken, the next day it's fixed.
But they're
I
not
mean-
shutting it, I mean, they're filling it too
Oh,
full.
it might be.
No, not
we're saying
necessarily.
It's not.
it's not
fixed.
necessarily because they're
Oh.
filled too
No,
full.
well,
They, just the latches don't work.
Or
Well,
people
some
aren't
of them, if you go by there, you
doing
reach
it right.
up in there, there's a piece of duct tape holding the thing.
Oh,
They're
I
difficult
didn't
to
know
operate.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
people
they're very
don't
difficult to
want to
operate.
use the.
Sure.
And I would say a lot of
Oh,
with
okay,
the
so then-
VRBO situation too, I mean, 'cause
Oh, I was thinking
my
about
neighbor is a
Oh.
VRBO, and so many times the trash is just sitting out, because they don't understand how to use the garbages.
I can't tell you how many people I've
Yeah.
walked by
Yeah, and I
in the
had to help
alleys
them,
and they're
yeah.
trying to figure that thing.
Yeah, so
I have seen,
Oh.
there's some place, where they have explicit instructions that's taped
We got a bunch of.
on the can on how to do that.
Maybe we could request that again
Yeah,
from
do an
Republic.
education.
You know, if they would
thing.
hand, you know, just put them on people's door
They've distributed.
and ask them to put it on their
the
can. I
water
don't know, maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't, but.
Unfortunately,
I was
don't.
thinking this is
I've had
kind of a
fine people.
sustainability issue.
It is.
It's a reach.
15 years.
No,
But
it is. We
it
don't
is-
have the ability to find people if they're not plastic.
I don't wanna
No,
find
there's-
people, I just wanna get the damn can
Yeah.
fixed, you know, if it's a latch problem.
Well, get
Or
rid
get
of the
people
duct
to use
tape
it.
inside.
Mhm.
Knew that.
I didn't either. Clever, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I just
I'll have to
wanted to
think
think about it, 'cause
Yeah,
it's,
think about it.
hopefully the bears are denning now. And
Hopefully.
this is not an
It's
issue.
gotten cold enough,
Someone
yeah.
But, what, did you?
Big grizzly came through 2 weeks ago, but I think he's on his way up.
Okay, well,
Well,
there also said there were 7, grizzly sows in the area.
Oh.
well, maybe we could make a recommendation
7, that was in the paper.
to the city council to
Mm.
talk about it. I mean, I don't know,
You know-
or let's have a discussion.
I just think
Somehow.
it might, you know, if they're talking about contract with Republic, I don't know how to
Yeah.
do this.
Some-
But, and it's not like I'm tattling on anybody, 'cause who cares? We just wanna get the can fixed, is what we wanna do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Ryan did say Red Lodge was a leader. You know, we were like one of the first communities to get the bear-proof cans. I was pleased to hear that.
yeah, well, it doesn't work. It doesn't make any difference if it doesn't work,
Right.
you know?
Well, if
and-
people are modifying the trash cans.
Not wanting to close them, yeah.
We had, our neighbors, our new neighbors, they're built from Billings, and they didn't know anything about the trash cans, and they had one, but they didn't use it right, and they bungeed it, you know, and it's like, that's not gonna work. Bears can undo bungees, you know?
We've seen a
So-
lot of newcomers to our community that come from less bear-aware
Yeah,
communities, Billings being one of them. We had a new neighbor in our
yeah.
little area, and we lost a bear over it because they left the garage door open with the dog food in.
Oh,
They
yeah.
left food on their barbecue, and,
Oh, yeah.
you know, and it just set the bear up for failure.
That's
They
exactly.
had no clue, and then they were horrified that the bear had to be put down.
Mm.
So it's like, you're the guys that caused it.
I think we need some more education on it, you know? Is your
Well,
can
that-
working, you know, is your trash can working? Can you open it? Do you have difficulty?
Well, one thing,
Did you know that
the
if
Fish
you
and Wildlife, is that who it was?
Fish, Wildlife, and Parks.
Okay. Anyway, they were the ones that, and this was also in the article, they were really disappointed that there wasn't a bear committee or something like this.
Well, they started that when I first got here, and they asked if I'd be on it, and I said I would.
Who did?
Fish, Wildlife, and Parks.
Daniel, is that his name?
The bear specialist.
The bear guy, yeah, the bear guy, yeah.
And, I said, sure, and he had a meeting scheduled, And it was actually the weekend of moving my stuff down here, so I couldn't go to it, but I don't think anybody showed up to it. And we talked last week after this meeting, he and I, and, you know, he just kind of, he wants Red Lodge to have a bear committee to help educate, but I kind of feel like he just, you know, he tried and it failed, and now he's done. Now it's up to us to just invent one. And I said, you know, I think the people in Red Lodge are really involved from what I've seen, you know, like you guys here, all these committees and everything. I think they want to do it, but they need some leadership. And I think that's your job. He's the bear specialist.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
wonder
think
if,
so, yeah.
they could have a table or something at Earth Day, you know, and give out.
Yes,
you know, or
He
start-
doesn't want to get a committee going, and.
he does. Yeah, he does.
But
Why-
he kind of wants us to just get it going.
Do they
Oh,
make presentations at the schools?
Well, he would be the person to talk.
I think that would be a great place, 'cause children often berate their parents
Yeah,
for doing the right thing.
Check the garbage
So,
cans, like,
yeah.
talk to the
Yeah.
parents about them,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's true.
Mommy, you didn't get that clothes.
Anyway, I just brought this up, and
Yeah.
I think we should kind of think about it. I'm certainly not advocating for this group to be a bear committee. But I do think, maybe having a place at the table, or, just being aware of what's going on, and listen when you're out in the community, listen and watch and see what you think, and maybe we'll revisit this and see if anybody has any ideas.
Yeah.
Would you be on their committee?
I'd think about it.
It's interesting.
I have bears around the house all the time, so
Yeah,
we have to lock the doors for the bears.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right,
No, I-
lock your car,
It
leave
seems
it
like
outside.
a good thing,
Because they're in-
especially as a bear specialist who would man the committee, if he would
Mhm.
actually be in charge of the committee, the bear specialist with the knowledge, and the job.
What is his
I think if something got put together, I think he'd jump in.
Okay.
I think he just, it was like, well, Red Lodge doesn't want it, so there, and he kind of walked away. But I think if something were to come around, he'd jump into it, and I think it shouldn't be just a city committee, because.
No.
It'd have to be more than that.
Yeah.
City, county, yeah.
This is
Maybe he should
continual
attend a bear
education,
to
because
front
we have people coming
meeting.
all the time,
You
our
know.
bear incidents at,
I would be
the
horrified
campgrounds
if a
off the
bear
town, Perry's,
even knocked
That
my
was just
dumpster over, you
people
know?
doing stupid things.
Yeah.
But if you camp outside of this area,
Yeah.
I feel awkward when I camp. I was in Washington and Oregon in the spring, and they say there's bears there, but they take no precautions whatsoever.
Oh.
Who's they?
So-
State park.
Bears or the?
State and
Oh, this,
Yeah.
local
yeah.
agencies, you know, be bear aware, but they've got food everywhere, they got garbage everywhere. It's not like here, we're pretty locked down here.
Mhm.
And if you travel outside of this area, you realize how locked down we are.
Somebody was
Compared to
telling us
other-
about
Mm-hmm.
what they use in Cody. And they're like little metal dumpsters, you know, so they're not plastic. I don't know how they empty them or, you know, how they operate, but
A different style of bear.
yeah, I guess so.
Hmm.
In
They're in Wyoming.
residence,
Uh-huh,
for residents?
yeah. And I don't know if they just stay at the end of the street or end of your driveway. I don't know. I didn't pursue it, but it was we have friends in Driggs who bought a dumpster, essentially, you know, so they can put more than just a week's worth of trash in it, but then they have to empty it and take it to the landfill, because they don't have any pickup where they are, but they were told, you know, you've got to get a bear-proof container. So, they did. And, I mean, I think they paid for it. It wasn't given to them, so.
Well, anyway, I just
Yep.
wanted to,
Yep.
just plant the seed here, and maybe we will revisit this next year.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, is there anything else we need to, anything else? Anything else? It's 5:00?
No, almost,
Not
yeah,
yet. Early again.
a little early.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? All right, thanks again. Rod, there's a place at
Thank
the
you.
table for
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
I don't live in the city,
Appreciate it.
Pardon me?
I live in the city.
Doesn't matter.
Neither does
Doesn't
Julie,
matter
neither
anymore.
does Deb.
Doesn't matter.
Plastic bags.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, Mike.
Seriously.
Bye, Alan.
Bye, Alan.
Bye, Alan. Merry Christmas.
I'll,
What fascinates me is
hang on.
the arm, they have the arm on the truck now, you know? So no one has to get out.
Oh, yeah, that's
And he, you know, it picks
But
up
seriously,
the can,
thanks for your
and when
input.
it goes over, the lid
Always
comes
valuable.
I want to see the,
And I'm like,
the regular, reading.
Yeah, how does stuff
how is that,
Everybody else
well,
knows
how is
you.
that?
No, we're just, we don't
Yeah.
wanna,
Because the bear can't lift it up over its head.
No, but it can.
we don't wanna
No, it can.
It doesn't
knock it
open,
over. We
but
don't
it
wanna
doesn't open when it
create
knocks
a
over.
huge.
There's gotta be some kind of
Maybe there's something in
mechanism
the
in the
arm
fact that the way that
Yeah.
it hits. Because if you just knock it over, it doesn't open. Because, yeah, I get quite it's funny, because even though I live right here in town, there's a few bears that have tried to knock them all over in the alley, but the lids stay on, so.
Probably.
Okay, that's good to know.
Maybe the
As long as
arm
the
does
lid
the
is
latch.
latched,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's latched, that's the biggest.
Yeah.
We have to, we haven't even brought it up.
I get so frustrated with, I mean,
We have to,
I get so
our
frustrated with
council
the
rep
RVO
wasn't here, so.
Oh,
people.
And Mayor,
Like, I just, first of all, like, I don't wanna say like I don't want the RVO, because I'm very much a proponent of tourism in our town, don't get me wrong on that, but like, people that stay in these homes are just so disrespectful.
Leaving the lights on.
Yeah.
We
And
had this meeting.
got to be a real company.
We should go on coffee with this.
Just a
No.
buzz.
No, we're gonna let them make all the mistakes.
We welcome people and just want them to respect that they're in someone's town.
Someone's home.
Ability
They're in
to-
somebody's house.
And you, like, leave trash just sitting on the end of the, like,
Right.
you do this at your house? Like,
Exactly.
Maybe.
You know, it's just, we
I
just
know, I
want
think
you to
it's,
respect that you're in someone's town. And, you know, don't act like you're at Disneyland or something, and the crew's gonna come in.
I
clean up
thought
after you.
that was,
you know.
I thought the reason why they did it was because
oh gosh.
I'm gonna squeeze by you if I put this.
I can't remember the logistics.
they got around it because of the state did